as we were discussing, the cutoffs from this wall are going to go on this wall, but we got to figure out what we're going to do on this outside corner. It's the only outside corner. I want it to look nice. I don't want to have like a built-up extra layer of trim that goes on it and looks like an extra just nasty thing. I also don't want to have to miter each row around the corner because I think that's going to be a hassle dealing with the end grain, and it's going to be really sharp as well. So Jaime, since Arlo isn't with us anymore, R.I.P., just he's alive.
R.I.P., come on, dude.
Yeah, retire in peace, okay?
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
So Jamie's going to tackle this.
Yeah, this is more like an Arlo thing here, but I think I can handle it. He gave me his power when he left. He like shook my hand and I felt his power transfer to me. All right. Okay, you want a nice looking corner.
Yep.
All right, well there's something that's in the way of your nice looking corner. And what it is this is a pressure treated post wrapped in decking.
That was here before.
That was from, yeah, the original like support here. So that's why it's all crooked. You can see at the bottom I have a board here to show this gap right there, and that's like about a half inch of a gap, and it actually narrows to almost square at the top.
Okay.
All right, now I need the substrate, which this is the framing is the substrate. I need it to be true and square, or else all the material I add to it is going to be crooked, and your nice looking corner is going down the drain. Let's take a look at this side. This twist here is causing big problems over here.
Yeah.
Also,
big time.
So I'm gonna shave this side flat first.
What's your plan once you get this thing shimmed all square and straight?
Okay, what I'm gonna do is make a vertically oriented mitered corner that takes care of the whole thing in one shot, and then your boards will just butt to the sides of it.
Okay, perfect.
So the only drag about that is that you have to make nice looking joints where these hit. Okay.
It's really hard to set these nails because they're not finished nails. They're a full-on galvanized ring shank, 3-inch through old pressure treated. I mean, that's one way you could right there.
Use the old claw here. Well, if I could hit it. Oh. I picked my favorite tool for the job. I'm gonna the best word I can describe is gnawing it off, you know.
There's pretty good. So, Bill, what do you think he's going to do? I'm probably going to try and catch a bass.
Jason watched the bass tournament.
He can't stop talking about it.
It must have been amazing.
Dude. Freaking awesome, bro.
Oh, wow. In case you're tempted to try this yourself, I feel like I have to give you my best tip. And this is it. Make sure that you don't only use the saw like in one direction, because it'll just start cutting cuts into it and you won't be able to kind of shave the surface. So you might notice while I'm using it, I'll do some this way, and then I'll turn it kind of at a slant upward, and then I'll turn it at a slant downward, and that helps to average out all the space. Kind of like hand planing from different directions so that you don't like run a groove into it. Otherwise you would get stuck in a rut and you just end up sawing this whole thing in half before you know it. As you can see, I got this side whittled down pretty nicely and I'm happy with the result. I had a lot of time to think though while I was doing it, and instead of adding a shim to the outside of this, I've actually realized that I could probably, if these nails will give a little bit, I can get shims in between these two layers and just sort of twist this board out a little bit. Now this actually runs down through the concrete, so I'm gonna have to saw it off at the floor level, right, to get it to bow out. But I'm pretty sure I can just fasten this side.
That's a better idea.
Yeah, I think it'll work. I'm just gonna be checking with my straight edge and pecking shims in until it looks good.
I guess I'm finally learning how to use this level. You can see it has this rubber end, but it's not square to the top of this face. And since I'm trying to use that as a reference, we just figured out with Ray's help that these push through.
I think they pull through.
Well, yeah,
pull through.
Sawed mine off with a saw.
Yeah, there you go. I was like pushing them in forever thinking they would just like push in and this would pull out.
Oh, there you go.
So There, now I can do what I was hoping to do, which is to level across. All right, drop her down, drop her down. Yeah, that's it. We finally finished this wall, and now we're installing this piece below the windows that runs through, and we're gonna align it manually so that the rows there on down do line up with this whole wall surface, and that was the whole point of doing what we did there. Now we can just stack these little pieces in, and they may end up with the exact same gap as this or whatever. We're just gonna make the spacing look even. Jason's getting the last few of these little short tweeners put in right here, and you can see how much space was left due to these being short, and you can bang them tight. Just like Jaime explained earlier, it is a real problem. So we're gonna split the difference on this extra space and leave this board where it is so that for our end joints where they line up, it actually lines up.
I have my two pieces here that'll make the corner. You can see I made a rip on the table saw to make this miter. I am going to put glue in this joint. That's really the important part. And then shoot it with some brads, which are basically just gonna act as clamps. And then I'll be able to stick the whole thing in one piece. I'll probably put some big stretch behind it or some Lexel, something to kind of bed it in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna nail this from both sides, of course, and I see a little room for improvement here, so I'm gonna grab a quick clamp and even those out, and go ahead and hit it right there, and then hit it twice. I actually love that this is painted because we can fill all these nail holes. I can be sloppy with the glue, it doesn't matter. If this was just stained wood and clear coated, it'd be a lot harder to do this and not make it look like I put 1,000 nails in it, because that is what I'm gonna do. If Erik wasn't here watching and filming, I would have put glue on both sides of this to kind of fill a little more, but I'm gonna do a little trick here where I'm gonna take sandpaper, and the sanding dust and the glue that's still wet will sort of make a little bit of a wood filler, because there is an open gap here.
Like magic.
It is.
That's a 120 grit.
Yep.
Legit grit. Legitgrit.com. That really made it look pretty.
It did. Not only is it pretty, it's soft to the touch. It feels nice. I wish you could just reach right through your screen here and rub this corner, but you'll just have to imagine and trust me. I bet it took an hour, but it was an hour well spent, you know? Otherwise, this would have been nasty. Now, I did put Lexel all behind here just because I love that extra feel of quality when it's actually solid. You hear that?
Yeah.
I didn't even nail it yet.
Huh. That's true.
It's just solid.
You want a nail gun?
I got one right here.
Oh.
It's on my hip.
Yeah.
You also got a little friend on your nail gun.
I do? What is that? Look at that. Hey, what are you doing there? This is what you're going to end up with right there. You like it enough?
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
I think it's good. It's all flush.
Slick, flush. We've got this wall going up now, and Jaime's going to go around and finish this bottom row to the floor. It doesn't need to be fancy, though, because I'm going to get baseboard. I may have mentioned this before. That laps over that first joint. So you can literally just rip crap that's loose fit and just stick it in there.
I will take all the scrap wood, and since I'm Arlo Jr. now, as you stated,
AJ,
this is the kind of stuff that Arlo would do. It's all the stuff that is, it's not the fast stuff. It's not the bulk stuff. It's all the, you gotta mess with it stuff.
It is what he loved doing.
Yeah, I don't know why. It sucks.
We're moving into the bathroom now. We're going to have to do the shiplap around whatever our tub surround is, right? Wrong. We're going to do shiplap.
Let's just do it different this time.
We're going to do shiplap right around the tub. And then we're going to put a panel system by 6'3" tile over top of that. And what they do is they laser cut the shape of tiles. We're going to do a 4x16 shape. So they laser cut that into the panel, and then you grout it and you're done. So then it looks like you have a tile shower, but you've just installed these big panels.
That's right.
So I did not want to have to do the tile in here. And so that's the reason I went with this option.
So what you're saying is we're going to actually put wood shiplap in the shower area.
Yep.
On the walls.
That's it.
And then we're going to cover that.
Yes.
With a panel.
Yes.
But we're not going to put tile on it.
Correct.
It's not tile.
Right. The edge of it will have a sluter, so
Okay.
it really will look like tile.
Okay.
We do have to grout it, and that's it.
I don't have to cut tile. That's all I hear. Yeah. And I'm happy about that.
Today's video is brought to you by HOUZZ PRO, and they are an all-in-one business solution for builders, contractors, remodelers, and designers. They have great ways to save you time and turn those plans into quotes very quickly and easily. I'm going to run through really quickly how you can do a takeoff from a set of plans and then turn that into an estimate with a click. After setting up some groups with your different types of materials, you can use the rectangle tool to measure the area of any space. Simply click, drag, and drop. To get the area of irregular shapes, use the polygon tool. You just click to start, then click to change directions and add a marker, and then double click to finish your area. If you need to know the linear footage of anything, you can use the length tool, and it works the same as the polygon tool. Click to start, click again to leave a marker and change directions, and double click to finish the length. All of these measurements will show up in the measurement drawer on the right-hand side of the screen. Different measurements from the same group will automatically tally in this area. You can use the count function to tally any items you need. You just select a marker and then drop them onto your plan, and this could be recessed lights or receptacles or any number of things. You can also use AI to automatically recognize the size and shape of rooms and get those square footages in HOUZZ PRO. This new feature is called Automate, and you'll know when your plans have been read by Automate by the blue outline around the plan on the left-hand side of the screen. And now you can just hover over areas on the plan and with one click get the footages. There's also a tab in the upper menu to switch between manual and automate. Once you're happy you've got your takeoff done, you can click the review and estimate button, and that'll take you to the estimate portion of HOUZZ PRO. Here you'll see all the items from your takeoff, and if you've added a dollar value to them, you'll automatically get those costs added up for you to get a total cost. At this stage, you can add items that you didn't get in your takeoff, like for instance, planning and permitting, and then those will also get added in with your total cost. After that, you can send the estimate to your client for them to approve and get your job rolling. Doing estimating can be super stressful and hard to be accurate, but with HOUZZ PRO, you know you're going to get it right and you know you're going to get it done very quickly. And these are just a couple of the features that HOUZZ PRO offers. If you want to check everything out and try it for free, just click the link in our video description below, and there's also a phone number if you'd prefer that. And thank you, HOUZZ PRO, for sponsoring our video. Let's get back to work. We're back at the job at my house, and today it's raining, so we're going to go ahead and get the stain on the ceiling material. It's about 400 square feet of tongue and groove sitting right there by the rabbit. And I've picked the stain. We're going to see if we can get it done. You want to be the drum guy? Not playing the drums this time. Disassemble the drums. We got to get him out of the way. Jaime always plays the drums when he gets here. He doesn't ask, like, is there people sleeping? Or, like, is there anything going on? No, just immediately drum set.
I do what every normal person would do that walks in and sees this drum set set up. Yo! What?
We're going to do a little test spot on the back of one of these boards without the stain conditioner. Holy crap. Is it that thick?
That's what I said.
Oh, it's freaking dark, too.
Dude, it looks good, though.
It was kind of way thicker than I was expecting. That's not a gel stain, is it?
Looks like
what did I get?
I don't know, but it looks good. It looks good.
It's just that oil-rich, premium, heavy-bodied formula.
Dude, it is heavy-bodied, all right.
Oil-rich, heavy body.
I mean, I'm wondering if we wipe it off.
I mean, yeah, but that's... Ooh, I kind of like that dark look, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty sweet.
Let's do a spot over there with the pre-stain conditioner and try that. That is different than I was expecting, like a really thin, like watery stain. I don't know. Sorry guys, I don't have everything you need here, but close to it.
It works good. I actually may like this better.
Pro tip.
Forks work.
Yeah.
Forks work.
Here it is.
Yeah, this looks dangerous. There we go. We'll let that dry for a minute.
When you're staining a soft kind of wood like pine or spruce, the stain can soak into the soft grain really deep, making the soft parts of the grain really dark, and the hard part of grain would not be as dark. Okay,
Looks kind of stripy.
it can be stripy, and it can also be blotchy for some reason. So the pre-stain conditioner is designed to sort of pre-saturate the grain to even out its absorbing capabilities,
Right.
all right? So that the stain takes nice and even. It looks very...
Uniform.
Uniform, there it is, that's the word.
So we're gonna see if it works. We gotta wait one more minute.
All right, I did right there to there. We'll see what happens.
We may just pre-stain and then stain immediately.
That might be the way to go. That way it kind of slicks out a little
Yeah.
better too. Now you got to wipe it just because you wiped the other one, or
Yeah,
no?
yeah. I mean, I think it is too dark without the wipe.
Okay, and this has a little bit of pre-stain in it, so we'll see. We'll see if that has any effect on it.
Okay, it's definitely lighter.
Yeah, I would expect it to be a little lighter because it can't absorb as much. It definitely is more even.
That looks better.
Yeah, that does
Yeah,
look way better.
that looks way nicer. Okay, so we got to do the pre-stain.
I mean, this.
Should
looks
I get
better.
Sarah
This
down
looks
here?
Way better. That looks way better.
Yeah.
I'm saying we should get Sarah down here. That's a lot of boards to say for her to say she don't like it.
I agree.
Final decision is we are going to do the pre-stain conditioner. We didn't ask Sarah, but I think we're smart enough between the four of us to equal one woman's brains. Maybe.
Two of us
Yeah,
said
two
to
of us
ask her
said
why,
to ask
and
her,
you two said not to ask her, so we'll see who's smarter.
We'll see in a minute. Our process here is that the guys are first brushing on this pre-stain conditioner, then ragging it off. And even though you're supposed to wait 10 minutes technically, I'm liking the color if we put the stain on almost immediately. And that'll be the same for every board, so you get a nice even color. So immediately we're ragging the pre-stain off and then coming back with the stain, brushing it on, and then coming back with a rag and ragging off the stain to get the color that actually looks good and we like. And that's the process, same every board for 75 boards.
Just to help out some people that may want to try this for themselves, can you give us some reasons why you wouldn't want to do this in place?
Well, number one reason would be that if you don't stain the tongue and then you install these and the boards just shrink a little bit, you'll
Yeah.
see the tongue forever will be this white stripe, and you'd have to go back with like an art brush on every single tongue.
Is that a band?
White stripe?
Yeah, is that a band?
I don't know.
I think it is.
Okay.
That's a great reason. We actually did one like that. We did a super dark stain on some soffits that were made of tongue and groove.
Yep.
And it looked beautiful the day we walked away. And then we came back, a couple weeks, I guess, later. And every crack was every crack was like a white stripe.
Yeah.
How do you fix that?
The other great reason to do this is that if you do it upside down, the stain will tend to just run down your arm and into your armpit and then down to your pants and down to your feet and stain your socks.
That's right.
Jason and Ray seem to have a handle on the staining, or more like there's not enough room for more than two people to do that. So Jamie and I are going to jump back in here, and he's going to take care of some blocking issues here. We don't have solid blocking along this edge. Our boards are running this way. And I guess we blocked this kind of thinking drywall, not really knowing. But now every like 6 inches is a separate board. So every single spot needs solid blocking on that edge. Got some scrap. He just wants to do it.
Just let me do it, would you, please?
I will. So there we got there, probably the other side of that. Hey, Jamie. Yeah. I found another spot that needs blocking.
No.
Before I can do it, yeah. I was about to start in here and
Great.
put it on the list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch sides.
This could get a little bit in depth, but I want to share some things that I do when I'm installing blocking that might make it easier for you if you want to do it. If you don't know, this is something that could go pretty easy if you're good at it, or it can make you lose your mind. Okay? All right, let's start with the basics. We're doing toe screwing mostly, or this is one method, where in the ceiling I have a board like this, and I need to butt a board to it like that. But I only have access from the bottom side or maybe the edge, all right? So the easiest method is going to be to go for the edge at about a 45-degree angle, starting about 1 inch back from the end of the board. And you can see if I drove that in, it would finish out about like that. Nothing wrong with that. Perfect. And if it slides the board over a little bit, which it might, it didn't affect the surface plane that I'm trying to achieve. So the exact placement in the left and right is not critical. It could be over 1/2 inch, doesn't matter. So that's in your favor. Now, if you go to put a toe screw here, which is what I'm doing a lot, you have to use a lower angle. So basically think of like a pocket screw. What I really would love is a pocket screw, but I'm not gonna get out a pocket screw jig and do these. If you wanted to though, I would recommend it. It's actually the easiest way, I think. Okay, you still with me?
I'm here.
Okay, if you do a normal toe screw angle at 45 degrees, what will happen is, and we'll just turn this way, it will pop out the back like this, and it won't even catch on the piece you're trying to attach it to. So what we have to do is get a much shallower angle and come in like this, okay?
Yeah, and I got to interrupt you and say, by the way, I've seen a lot of people toenail blocking together with a nail gun.
Yes.
You pop, 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 think it's all fastened, and they've missed them all, just like you just showed.
Yes.
Nail missed completely, and it might be hanging by like just a splinter or something.
Just enough to make you think you did it right, but if you go look or feel above, all the nails completely missed. Okay, no good at all. Now, I would say I am using the screw because a nail gun is very difficult to get to toenail at an angle this shallow and to have the head set. I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to try it.
And if you miss, you may not even know. With a screw, you're going to know.
Yeah.
It'll just keep spinning. It won't suck in.
That's right. And this piece may be not a super tight fit, so when you press on it with the tip of the nail gun hard enough to set the safety, it's just gonna, you're just gonna push it out of the way. You'll definitely...
That was the losing your mind part, I
You'll
think.
definitely lose your mind. It's already gone. Your mind is gone. You are gonna be so ticked, you're gonna, oh, I can't even tell you. All right, so how do we do it then? Okay, how do we do a shallow toe screw? Well, if I had a drill, I would show you.
There you go.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. No,
hang on,
no.
hang on. I got a T25.
Oh, I beat you. I beat you.
Ah.
Okay. All right. Now, where you might start in about 1 inch from the end of the board for a standard toe screw at a 45-degree angle, I'm going to start back farther. That's step number 1. Because you're going to have to bury the head of this thing and ream it into there till it actually finishes about at that 1 inch point.
Yep.
I'm going to start back a little bit. Okay, so here's how you do it. The mystery is going to be revealed. Go ahead and spin the screw a little bit. Get it in about 1/8 inch, all right? Now you lay it back, okay? Now you don't have to take it out of the drill. If I spun it in a tiny bit, now I'm gonna lay it back and spin a little at a time, okay? With any luck, you're gonna end up with that. Also, don't put your hand directly in line because if you slip off of there, you're gonna stab yourself. I've done it countless times, and look at me now. All right, so I'm gonna hold my hand kind of out of the way. All right, now I'm going to go with it here. Okay, I got lucky and it worked. But look how deep and long that countersink is where the head drove in. And I ended almost exactly really where that scratch mark is, almost 1 inch from the end of the board. Now, I'm not real sure, but that is actually exactly 1 inch from the end of the board.
Did you pop out the back is the question.
Well, and also, hey, I got to point out, it started about 3/4 back.
Yeah.
Okay? So if the hole that you're making doesn't look like that, it might not be doing what you want it to do.
Okay.
Look at that, nothing on the back.
Success.
Okay, should we do the regular 45 thing? I don't know if we should or not.
Sure, run right through.
We'll just do like, okay, I'm pretending that I don't know what I'm doing here. There we go. Okay, looks great. Look, boss, I did it. Okay, I caught by, the tiniest bit, and that might hold for, a short time, whatever. All right, that's method number 1, okay?
Oh, there's another.
There is.
Hold
okay.
hold on to your seats here, folks.
Let's-
Go get a coffee. Go get some popcorn.
Let's just say you decide you don't want to struggle. And what if it was just an even easier way than that? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what it is. And actually, I had to use this method just a minute ago because the edge of the board I was screwing to was missing so badly that I couldn't even get my best shallow angle screw to catch. And I tried.
Okay.
All right, so here it is. We're gonna use this as a mock-up again, then I'll show you in place. All right. This is the existing piece in the ceiling, that one. Okay? That's what this is.
Okay.
Now, you're gonna butt your board into it like that.
Yep.
Can you see okay? Now, what if there was another board on top of that board that you could just screw into straight up?
Yeah, then it would be really easy.
Actually, I'll just climb up here. What I did on a few of these where I had trouble is I just went ahead and I put a board up in here behind it like that.
Yep.
Now,
some screws up.
you're going to have plenty of scrap pieces of wood around a job site that are about a foot long, I'm sure. We throw them away every day, unfortunately. But if you just go ahead and tack this in, hold it down a little bit. Whoa.
Yeah.
You got to bury the screw really hard because it pushed up.
Yeah, I gotta mention that screwing those is about the only way because the screw will pull it down tight eventually.
It will.
Whereas nails will just keep knocking it away.
It'll push it and make a gap, and you're really in a bad spot. Okay, but now you can see I have a place. I can't get this one to go in all the way. Hand me that short scrap there so it's not all crooked. Now you can see that your angle is not necessary. You can screw straight up into the block.
I like that.
So that is a really easy way to do it. And then you could practice the angled toe screw until you master that.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Way to go.
Yep.
That was the longest continuous video I've ever shot on this YouTube channel. So if you just watched 6 minutes and 51 seconds of straight Jaime talking, you are welcome. If I finally did it, I let you talk till you were just done talking.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, to everybody. And me too. I'm happy.
How's it going over here?
Perfect.
Good.
Couldn't be any better. If I was doing any better, I need plastic surgery to remove the smile from my face.
Well, you missed it. I'll let Jaime talk for 7 minutes straight back there.
Oh, wow.
One cut.
Wow.
Yeah, so nobody's watching this video at this point.
7 minutes.
So what do you want to say? Nobody's watching. Say whatever you want to everybody. Go ahead.
Nobody's watching.